You know, back in July 1518, something really strange happened in Strasbourg, a city that was part of the Holy Roman Empire back then. It's the kind of event that leaves you thinking, what on earth was happening? And even now, centuries later, it still baffles people. It all started with a woman named Frau Trophäa. One day, out of nowhere, she just started dancing in the streets. No music, no reason, just dancing. At first, people were like, oh, she's just having a bit of fun. But as the hours went by, it became pretty clear. Something was seriously wrong. She didn't stop. She couldn't stop. Her wild, frenzied dancing went on for days. And then, believe it or not, others started joining in. It was as if they were possessed. By the end of the week, 30 people had caught this strange, whatever it was. And by the end of the month, nearly 400 people. Imagine that. Hundreds of people dancing day and night, non-stop in the middle of the streets. No one knew why, no one understood how to make it stop. The local authorities? Completely clueless. They didn't know what to do, so they came up with this, unusual plan. They figured, let's just let them dance it out, thinking that might help. So, they hired musicians. Yes, they actually hired musicians and brought in professional dancers to keep the party going, hoping it would burn itself out. But instead, it just got worse. People danced until they collapsed. Heart attacks, strokes, sheer exhaustion. But still, they kept on dancing like they were in some kind of trance. Doctors at the time had their own ideas. They thought it was hot blood, saying the dancers were overheated and just needed to cool down. But by then, things were way out of control. Now, what really caused this madness? Honestly, no one knows for sure. Some people think it was mass hysteria, maybe caused by the extreme stress and famine in the area at the time. Others think it could have been ergot poisoning, a kind of toxic mold that grows on rye and can cause hallucinations, something like a natural version of LSD. And then, just as mysteriously as it started, by early September, the dancing slowly began to stop. The people who were affected were taken to a shrine for healing, and gradually, one by one, they recovered. But here's the thing. No one really knows what happened in Strasbourg that summer. It's still one of history's most bizarre and unsettling mysteries, a reminder of just how fragile the human mind can be when faced with too much stress, fear, and uncertainty.